My internship was at the American Conservative Union in Washington, D.C., and this is the oldest conservative grassroots organization in the country. And I was the intern for criminal justice reform, so since my major is criminology, it aligned perfectly with everything I've learned at school. And I learned so much here, much more than I could have learned in a classroom, and I'm so thankful for that. So one of my learning objectives was that I would go to a lot of conferences and be able to network, and I met that by going to, my supervisor let me go to basically every conference that I was interested in, and it was all paid for by the organization. So on my first day, this was my view at Union Station, but I got to attend a working lunch and a book signing for Bernie Carrick. He's the former NYPD commissioner, and that was at the Heritage Foundation, so I got to attend that event. And then I also got to meet Carly Fiorina. She is running for president, and that just adds on to the going to events and conferences. I got to go to the College Republicans National Convention and meet her, and she used to be the American Conservative Union Foundation chairman, so she was really interested in everything that I had to say about the work we were doing. I also got to attend the Faith and Freedom Coalition Road to Majority Conference and hear Rand Paul, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, and Scott Walker speak. And at the bottom right-hand corner, my boss, who's on the very right, I got to hear him speak on criminal justice reform, and it was really, really great to hear him speak and to hear about his experiences and his feedback. We also held an event on the Iran nuclear deal, and that was on Capitol Hill in the Cannon House building at the Cannon Caucus Room. And this was the room, just a picture of it after the event we were cleaning up. And I just wanted to take a picture of the brevity of the room, and it was a beautiful room. It was a great event. And on the bottom right, this is me and a couple interns after the event. And my biggest challenge of this internship was coordinating with those other organizations, the American Coalition for Criminal Justice Reform, and FAM, which is Families Against Mandatory Minimums. We actually, this was the flyer we sent out to our networks and handed out on the Hill, that we set up this event, Conservatives with Convictions, to have some conservatives that have been sent to prison speak on how they were trying to reform the criminal justice system. And my boss, on the bottom right, my boss is actually in the middle, he has been to prison, and he spoke about his experience and what he thought was right to reform it. And the top is just a picture of our event before it began. That wasn't the full room, but just a little snippet of it. And that was actually probably my biggest challenge, because it was so difficult to coordinate and to get all the logistics set up. And then it was also one of my biggest successes, because it had a great turnout, and I think that, it was written about in a lot of different news outlets, so I think it really was a great event. Also, my biggest success of this internship was being hired full-time by the American Conservative Union, and now I'm staying in DC and finishing my classes online. So I would say that's definitely the biggest success, obviously, of my internship, was getting hired and proving myself. We also had an event in Cleveland, Ohio for the Republican debate, and I got to attend that, and we all took a road trip there, and that's just the Ohio skyline and Lake Erie. This was actually some pictures from the event. There's Carly Fiorina, the presidential candidate, and then Rick Santorum actually came as well, and I got to talk with both of them and meet them. In the middle, we had a photo booth, and that's just a picture of me and some of my coworkers. And this is just the end of my presentation, but these are an assortment of pictures for my internship. The bottom left is just me and a couple all the interns, and the top, they're all just assorted pictures, and the bottom right is us on our road trip to Cleveland. So I would say this internship informed me of my career path, because this is my career path now, going the political criminal justice route, and it really helped me network with a bunch of different organizations and higher ups, so that way if I decide to leave this organization, I will have an in other places, and every day I build more connections with different places all over the country, and it's been a really eye-opening experience for me, and it's taught me a lot about myself, and it's been better than I could have ever expected. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and that's about it. Thank you.